right, folks, it is time. Is everybody ready? I'm gonna need you to be louder. Before I bring them out, I say one more time. Is everybody ready? That's what I like to hear. Clap and scream from Nickelodeon Animation. Give it up for Megan Casey!
Hi everybody, my name is Megan Casey. I'm the VP of Current Series at Nickelodeon Animation. And I'm the very lucky executive who gets to work on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So thank you guys for coming to New York Comic Con. I wish I could see you. The lights are so bright, but I heard there's some really amazing costumes out there. So you guys, thank you so much. And handsome. All right, fantastic. See me later. Just kidding. But we've been working on this show a long time, and it's, we're so happy and thrilled to be bringing it to just basically old fans and new, and we just thank you from the bottom of our hearts, because really, the team who works on this show works so incredibly hard. As you know, they're giant turtle fans themselves. They know it backwards and forwards, and really, Ciro, Nieli, and the team just work constantly to give you guys the best show possible, so thank you so, so much. So let's bring these guys out here. First off, please welcome executive producer Ciro Nieli.
I sit here?
Sure. Go for it.
Hi, everyone. There's exactly, let me see, 2,342 people here. I was a mathlete.
Yeah, mathlete. Fantastic.
Wow.
Next up, also, please welcome our head writer and executive producer, Brandon Aumen.
How you guys doing tonight? Or today, I guess.
Today.
Yeah, I'm still a little out of it. Only a few hours of sleep, so.
That's how he rolls.
Look at all these people.
I know. Look at all these
like-
fans. It's
Feels
amazing.
Twice as many people as I'm used to.
Incredible. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thank you so much.
So we have our fantastic voice talent who's about to take the stage, and I want to tell you guys we have a really exciting talent that's coming with us today. Their first time ever on a Ninja Turtles panel with us. He's an amazing, amazing bad guy villain. Please welcome Eric Bauza as Tiger Claw.
Hello.
Give us a little more, Eric. Come on.
Oh. キュッソ猫をこもってはいたものだが、果たしてどうかな?
I even wore my Tiger Claw shirt for you guys. I'm just kidding, it's a body tattoo.
Yeah.
Bowza, can you meow like a kitten?
Yeah. What, meow like a kitten?
Sorry. That's the
I
supposed
did have one for breakfast, so.
All right, guys. Next up, we have our fabulous, fantastic, the man who does 1,000 voices, and luckily for us, he's coming back to do Donatello. Please welcome Rob Paulson.
Boy, do you guys have good taste in turtles. Thank you. Oh, my goodness, what a joy.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I love you, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, of course, the turtle team would not be complete without the goofy charm, the crazy, crazy ways of our little Michelangelo, Greg Cipes.
Yeah. Where's Seth sitting?
We need another.
What's up, family? Y'all enjoying yourself?
So Seth, actually, this is your first New York Comic Con as a turtle for us, and also he's fantastic. And it's also so now you've actually got to hear yourself as Leonardo. Like, how was it for you to actually see yourself in that character?
It was really surreal. I grew up loving the Turtles, and just because I was such a spaz as a kid, I related more to Michelangelo, and never imagined, right? I never imagined playing Leonardo. 'Cause I never imagined playing the serious role, the leader, like that heavy burden. I just never imagined it. But it's been an absolute privilege to take it on. I love it.
And we're happy to have you.
Lucky to have him. Yeah.
And Cipes, what do you think about that? Mikey is the spazzy one. Why do you think we cast you?
What do I think about what?
Are you our natural little energy ball for the show?
Well, I mean, it's
Spaz with discipline.
yeah.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
I'm a meditator, so basically what I do though is I empty myself out. I become in a very meditative state. I become very free, and then Michelangelo comes through. That's just how it works.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, so as we were mentioning, we were so lucky to have Eric Bauza be our Tiger Claw. And Ciro and Brandon, you guys actually created this as a brand new character for the franchise. You want to talk about how that came about?
Yeah, well, we always, we come up with monsters all day long. And Brandon and I, early on for this season, decided that we wanted a character that was a formidable giant cat. And we always wanted a cat-type character so that he would, at some point, fight with Splinter, our giant rat. And we thought that was great. So we played around with a lot of ideas, like should he be from India? Because that seems, North Indian tiger kind of makes sense. And then we decided somewhere in Asia. And we had backstory for him and stuff. So Brandon started writing, I started drawing, and it kind of happened real naturally. And, we went through all the voices and thought, like, who should this be? And actually, just as a side note, I don't know if anybody knows this, Bauza in the beginning was one of my favorites. Like, we actually thought about him even to be Shredder. And
I don't look the part, but
but things changed, and so we were like, no, we got to bring Bauza back. So Bauza, Tiger Claw is such a favorite of ours. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters so far in the series, and to have Bauza play him, we're just thrilled.
And, we have a fantastic clip of that Shredder and Splinter kind of moment, or I'm sorry, Shredder and Tiger Claw moment. And do you want to take a peek at that, you guys?
Yeah.
There you go. I
The
heard
mighty
you did
B, Eric Bauza. Wow.
So how long, do you actually speak Japanese? Did you have to practice? What's the deal?
none, zero. That line, I swear, took like 8 weeks and 3 translators later. Andrea Romano had a baseball bat, and she was going to beat it out of me one way or
I
another.
remember that session. It's like, it took, how many takes did
It was a couple sessions.
was a
wasn't
couple
it?
Was it a couple sessions?
I'm like, you're Asian, you can do it.
Can you,
It's like, oh no, I'm like the whitest Asian guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
We went through all 6 people on the crew that could speak Japanese, kept coming in and out of the
it was-
booth
it was
to
amazing.
consult.
but now he has that line completely memorized.
Kyuso neku okamoto wa itamono da ga hatashite do kana. I'll say it at every dry cleaner.
All right, now all of you guys say it.
Yeah. It's no booyakasha.
It works really well too when you go for ramen. The waiter responds well to that line.
Yeah, but it is an honor just to be on the show, but as a new character. There's so many classics that you can go to, and you guys have reimagined them all amazingly, but to voice an original new character on the show is something else, and I'm very thankful, and I'm thankful for you guys too, that tune in and make him a popular villain to come back to. So thanks.
Thank you. So Ciro and Brandon, we're pretty much fresh off the finale for season 2, which was a huge hit for us on Nickelodeon. You guys are watching it on TV, you're watching it online. We love it. It's fantastic. Ciro, why don't you talk about the inspiration for that story? Because I know it's kind of near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the story, but the one thing that I was really focused on, and one of the things I always wanted to do from the beginning of developing this show was, paying service to Leonardo, especially through that Leo one-shot story from the Mirage series that I love so much. It was actually a 2-part story, which works really well because we had to make a 2-part episode. So it continues on into the Mirage issue number 10, where they finally confront Shredder in their in the comic. They actually live in April's place they're actually in they actually April's place gets burned down the second time around, which is like it's the antique shop that she kind of lives above. So we wanted to do all that stuff and lose the Turtles' lair. So it was great to see Leo kind of alone and kind of have a moment where there's not even any dialogue and have him running around in the snow and fighting all the Foot Clan by himself. And it was one of the first things actually I talked to Seth about when we were doing this. And we talked about how the Leo one-shot resonates. And I go, he's the Leonardo. That guy gets it. So yeah, we should. Yeah, season 2 was huge. The finale.
And I know there was a lot of shocking moments, actually. Can we go back to the slides, please? Backstage. Hello. Oh, there we go. Fantastic. And I know there was giant shocking moments for all of you guys out there. And in fact, I was actually really surprised about one of them. So why don't we take a peek?
Turtles!
I bet there's at least 3 authors of Irmatello or Irmangelo fan fiction here in the audience tonight.
Yeah.
Probably.
She is cute until her head popped off.
Yeah.
And Gilbert Gottfried's inside of her. Yeah, it's the other one.
Yeah!
Well, lucky for Mikey, even though his little maybe faux romance with Irma will never be, we are kind of serving him up some love in the future. So take a look at this.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my. So you guys recognize her?
Yeah, Renette's an old character from the comics. She's the Time Master in training for Lord Simultaneous, and she will be making an appearance in the series soon. Voiced by one of my favorites, Ashley Johnson. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
I
but
love her.
Who?
I love Ashley.
So more female characters coming.
So wait, I fall in love with her?
Yes.
You don't remember recording that one, Cipes?
This will probably be the 4th or
Everybody
5th
does.
TV series that Ashley Johnson has been Greg Cipes' cartoon girlfriend.
Right.
In about 5 different
10,
shows?
right?
I think so, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben 10, Teen Titans, Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go.
Yeah. And now Turtles.
Now Turtles. That's so cool. But she still won't go out on a date with me in real life.
Aww.
I've asked Seth to put in a good word for me and still nothing.
No, I did. I put in a really good word.
Thanks, dude.
That sounded like a man. That sounded like a man's voice.
I'll date you, Greg.
Cipes is going to
I'll
take
be
you
the
up on that.
sweetest woman that ever took you on a date.
As long as you're buying.
Oh, I'm all yours, Greg.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we couldn't bring Sean Astin out. He was unavailable this weekend. Our Raphael, he's fantastic.
brother.
He just texted me, said, "Kill it, tell everybody I love them."
Oh,
Sorry,
see,
so-
look at that.
He meant all
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean us.
He's at his daughter's last cheerleader game.
That's right. He's being
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
dad this
He's
a really
an
good
amazing
dad.
father and an amazing brother.
I think he's doing a decathlon on Sunday too,
Yeah.
for like 7
Busy
different
guy.
charities.
He's the next president of the United States. That's what I say. Sean Astin for president! Yeah!
Rudy.
So now that we don't have a Raphael, Rob Paulson, you've kind of have some experience with this character.
Yeah, man. I thanks to the good graces of Ciro and Brandon and you nice folks at Nickelodeon, I get another ride in the Turtle Van. 25 years later, and what's so great? Thank you. It's really great, and we see it here now, and it's not. We see these folks who clearly were, Thank you for being here. Really, it's so nice for you guys to come in and you see people who were wearing their old school turtle shirts, and their kids or even their grandkids are wearing their new turtle stuff, and they just sort of share the whole turtle fandom thing. And the reason that you guys are here and the reason the show is a success is because the people who are making the show are you guys. They are. These guys are the biggest turtle geeks in the world. And the money
Enthusiasts.
and the reins were turned over to these guys, right? And this guy. And so I just am out of my mind and so thrilled to get another shot at this, but it's such a joy to see how this thing has swept across an entire, almost 2 generations, and it's arguably as big and powerful now, a franchise, as it's ever
More
been.
so.
It's astonishing. So thank you for all of it. Crazy.
So what do you think? Can you think you can play yourself Donnie versus Raphael right now?
Oh, sure, I can
give
do
a
that.
taste of
Yeah.
both?
Sure, I can start out with Raphael. Hey, Donnie. Donnie? What's this Donnie? That just sounds really wimpy. And what's the story with this gap? Are you trying to be David Letterman or? Just really looks awful. What, did you get in a fight and you lost? Hey, Raph, come over here. No, come here. No, come here. Come closer. That's for you.
Rob, can you do it?
Don't you ever give me any crap about my gap. It worked for Lauren Hutton, and it's going to work for me. And then I say, as Steve Martin would have said, I get paid for doing this. Luckiest guy in the world. Thank you.
Rob, can you do all 4 turtles talking to each other? What about doing all 4 turtles talking to each other?
Let's see. We could have Donnie, Raph, Leo. Why don't we have? Do you want to have Leo as, say, maybe
George Takei.
Okay, so Raphael says, "Hey, you guys, check it out, man! This is so unbelievable! You guys, we're having this hot fudge marshmallow and tuna fish pizza. You want a piece, Raph?" Well, sure, Donnie. That'd be really wonderful. How about you, Mikey? Yeah, why not? Cowabunga! That is the most bodacious, unbelievable pizza I've ever had in my life, dude. How about you, Leo? Wait just a minute here. Now, you're telling me that you are all talking turtles. Well, I've seen a lot of Klingons in my time, but nothing that holds a candle to you people. You are all about a quart low. And I would like to take you on Warp Factor 5 with me back to wherever the hell it is I come from. So there you go. I don't know what the hell that was about,
That's
but
brilliant.
it killed a good 2 minutes.
I'd buy that sitcom.
I'm sorry?
I'd buy that sitcom.
Thank you. Thanks, buddy. Coming from you. High praise, baby.
So we also have a lot of sneak peeks for you guys on season 3, which I'm sure you're really excited to check out. In addition to voicing Tiger Claw, our lovely Eric Bauza is actually voicing another heritage character that we're really excited about. So let's play a clip first and check that out. One of Ciro's famous pieces of concept art. He does this for every character, and it's fantastic.
I try to.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, I felt the need. We're going to the woods in season 3, and we kind of felt the need for the turtles, kind of as characters, to kind of recenter themselves, kind of meditate on what happened, prepare themselves, and basically retrain and recenter themselves as ninjas, so that they can make their return to New York and solve, whatever issues they've been dealing with, whether it's the absence of Splinter, and taking New York back. So with that, I thought ceremoniously they would have to kind of don new outfits that they would kind of make for themselves, and they would kind of look deep inside and find their power element. And we did a whole episode about it. It's one of my favorite shows. I think it's actually really beautiful and perfect. And we have a really fun clip from it that I think we can show you guys as a peek. It's still in storyboard form. It's done by one of our board artists named Mickey, and it's just beautiful. So let's watch that. All right.
Pretty talented.
And also we have an upcoming episode featuring the Speed Demon character, again, another Ciro and Brandon creation.
Yeah, the Speed Demon character is very exciting. It's Ciro again did all this concept art, which is just incredible. But we always want to do a really awesome, 60s sort of inspired racing episode. And this episode, I think you guys are going to be blown away. It's really fun, very ambitious, very cinematic.
Yeah, we always, I grew up painting those Rat Fink model kits and the weirdos and stuff.
So that's actually Speed Demon Donnie, and don't worry, he doesn't get double mutated. He just gets possessed by this evil force. But that is just one of the coolest models.
I'm going to use that as my new headshot. I think that's a nice.
I mean, what do you think of that, Rob?
I think that is entirely too bitchin', man. It does. It looks like Ed Big Daddy Roth.
It does.
That Fink stuff. That's so cool. You guys ought to do this for a living. Really.
Wouldn't you guys like to own that as a toy?
It's probably going to happen.
I'll get on that.
That is badass, man.
And Ciro, did we have anything else for season 3, or was that it on our sneak peeks?
Well, I'm not quite done, but let's just show you guys an episode.
No, that's not it.
No, not that yet.
I don't want to be a mutant. I'm too handsome. Don't let him stop me.
Stole my sacred helmet. Hunted my daughter. Your fates are sealed. Malcolm, Shredder, how long have we known each other? It is 10 years, huh? seconds first for stealing the Kuro Kabuto.
Can we talk about this kid? Oh no, look at me, I'm a dang warthog!
Now, Ivan Steranko, my old friend. Your animal is apropos.
Let us make it. I am more useful to you as normal guy, not mutant.
Oh, don't feel so well. Oh, yet. Look at me.
They've turned us into freaks!
You guys can stop emailing us about Bebop and Rocksteady coming on the show because they're on the show now.
It's pretty cool.
When did that happen? I didn't know we were doing that.
It happened yesterday, I think. Not really sure.
I know.
I didn't get the.
And actually, you guys, your whole panel, you are all Turtles, fans. And I'm just curious, Seth, what is your memories of Bebop and Rocksteady? Kind of what was your favorite things about them as a fan?
I just thought they were ridiculous and silly and funny. And I like bad guys that are both really scary and borderline incompetent.
That'd be these guys.
What about
And
you?
plus the mohawk. Come on, those guys.
Yeah.
About as 80s as you got.
I just love their names.
Yeah.
It's cool. They're definitely two of the most iconic of the bad guys.
And of course, in our show, you're the one who actually gets to name them, as usual. So it's
I'm
fun.
good at it.
That's right.
Hey.
That's right. She
That
gets a
was
no prize. That's
Yeah,
good.
she does. If we had a door prize, I'd give it to you.
I have one for you.
Oh, look at that.
You can come up later and get it. It's a Spider-Man pun.
So fun. And then I think, let's see, we do have an actual full-on sneak peek.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up. This is what I wanted to show you guys. There's a new show airing tonight at 8 p.m. That's not what we're going to show you. We're going to show you something that's not going to air probably till next week. This is the third episode of season 3, and it's one of my favorites. Brandon, you want to say anything about it?
Also, we have a very special guest star in this episode, and it's Renee Jacobs, who was the original April O'Neil.
Yeah.
So, very exciting. I mean, I think you guys are going to really like this episode. We don't want to say anything else. We just want you guys to just experience it, watch it, and hopefully like it.
This is October. This is our Halloween episode. I feel kind of Halloween-y early, so we're doing it up right now. You might get a little scared.
It's
I hope
called
so.
Buried Secrets.
Let's roll it.
How are you guys?
Wait, can we turn these lights down and the house lights up just a little so we can see who we're talking to?
Yeah.
Ish. And then which side was that? Was that side or this side?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
All right. I have a couple of questions, actually. I remember, Ciro, you mentioned auditioning a whole bunch of Leonardos before settling on Jason. How did you come to choose Seth? Was he one of the ones who initially read for him?
Seth never read, but Cipes hangs out a lot with Seth, and Seth's been around, and I think at some point I talked to Seth, and it just made sense. And Greg was pushing him a lot too, and just one little conversation with Seth, and then I don't even think he had to read. I just knew he would work out.
Yeah,
Like,
we love
that's the way
Seth,
was,
so
yeah.
it worked
Yeah,
out
he's
perfect.
fantastic.
I love you too.
One more question. Are we ever getting a Cry action figure?
Yes,
Yes.
Mutated or
That's
regular?
true. We'll have to check it out.
I'm
right.
not
Let's
sure.
take a question
Both.
over here to the
Animal
left.
stuff.
Yes. Great, thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have actually two questions. One for Mikey.
Stick for
I
one.
have two questions. One for Mikey and one for the creators, producers. Mikey, we also know that you do Danny Rand, Iron Fist. How do you differentiate being kooky, crazy Mikey and totally zen like Iron Fist?
Well, they're all parts of my multiple personalities that are within me. But you know, Danny Rand is a Zen master meditator, which is very much like my natural self, and then Mikey's like, you know, the child that lives within me that I also bring, you know, to my daily experience. So yeah, it's different parts of myself.
Cool. And for the creators, really quickly, you guys make me feel so old because like when I watch your episodes, you bring like so many memories. Like watching that, seeing so many different montages and homages. To
Don't think of it as old. Think of it as experienced.
Yeah. So you put a lot of 80s stuff into it, like seeing Bruce Lee. Wow. How do you guys decide which you're gonna use? Like all the stuff you put in the last episode. How do you decide which homages you're gonna do? Even the ones you took from the Turtle movies. What do you decide you're gonna do?
Well, I mean, we just go back. We look at the Mirage comics. We look at the Archie comics. We look at the '80s cartoon. We look at like the '90s movies, and we just try and take the coolest elements, the elements that we grew up loving, and somehow, if we can, we just sort of mash it into our series.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like Leo in the Tub, you know, which came from the original Mirage books, and they kind of flipped it for the live action, you know, the '90 movie. These are just iconic moments, and we want to see them, you know, live again through our show, through our series, and we just love doing it.
I think we're just basically, you keep the mentality that you're always a student, so you're always loving something, so you bring that into what you do. Like for the music alone, I constantly buy records, so the record I buy that week ends up influencing the show that I'm giving notes on music. It's always moving.
A lot of pieces of vinyl.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm being told we got one more question, so one more over here. So sorry, you guys.
That guy just stole
How you guys doing? First of all, I just want to say thank you. As someone who grew up watching the original 80s cartoon, the homages that you guys put into it is amazing. Seeing that I could watch something that I grew up with and being able to watch this new cartoon with my son and point out things like that is amazing. So thank you guys for that. You guys are absolutely amazing. In regards to that, I just wanted to know, how did you guys come up with Booyakasha as opposed to going back to the original Cowabunga?
Cipes?
Well, it was this very magical day at the Nickelodeon recording studios in Burbank. Actually, me and Ciro were playing with the idea of what would the new catchphrase be, and I busted it out during a session, and everyone loved it, and that's how it happened.
Some completely random magic.
Well, kind of orchestrated magic. Definitely big magic. It's so cool to think people all around the world now are going, Booyakasha!
That's great. Thank you.
What? I can't hear you.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank
we're gonna be signing what, like right now? Are we going to sign?
I'm not sure if it's a ticketed signing, so that's one thing. But the guys will be signing at the IDW booth in about a half an hour.
I really wish I could answer all you guys' questions, but if we're around and you see us, ask us. And I want to thank everybody for watching this show so
thank
much.
you,
I
everyone.
love you guys.
We love you.
It's amazing.
Yes, and thank everybody. Also, just one last slide, please, to put up. The Activision game for Turtles is coming out this October. Please check it out. It's available on all sorts of consoles. Thank you.